Good morning. How's everybody doing? All right. Well, I just want to get some content in here, folks. See what we got going on today. Mob channel frauds, and yeah, people out there are into that. Who's legit content provider or who's just telling tales all over the place. And I got into that once upon a time with either first-hand accounts or second-hand or third-hand account, and where you get your information from. And the sit down, a crime family history podcast, Jeff, he does a lot of research and everything. He's got 40,000 subscribers, and he's really cerebral and really a fact-based guy. And with that being said, he tries to make more or less expose some of the frauds on YouTube and everything else. And do some people want that? Do some people want to see their personalities debunked? But if you ever watch this, which you probably won't, this is a small channel. The psychology of the YouTube channel is, what does the viewer want? Entertainment and great characters to tell any stories, but the mob stories are more enticing and more entertaining, or just a good, facts. They just want facts. You could say everything under the sun about Mike Francis and Sammy the Bull Gravano and expose all the truths on whatever tools you need to expose any fairy tales or lies. The people are still going to watch them. They're still going to watch them. This is a very small channel, Jeff. And I do really applaud your research and your content and everything else. And that's what I want to get into right here. JC. Mob channel content providers, and then the others that want to expose them. Well, you're exposing them based on the information that you're getting. Maybe just food for thought, Jeff, because I really respect your channel. The information that you might be gathering can be compromised. You can go to the FBI, boom, or the coffer 1013, whatever, all that bullshit. You could go there and claim that's evidence, either subjective or objective. You could say, well, I got information here, I got information there, I got information here. All information is under scrutiny, what you call concrete information. And you do dissect a lot of things, and you do jump in very smart, very, very, very smart. But I'm just saying, on the other hand, that now somebody watches your channel and says, well, now I'm getting all my information from the Mob History podcast, and now I'm going to say all your testimony and all your commentary is factual. So now people could go on based on your channel, which is a lot of facts and everything, and then just say, based on that channel and what he said, that I'm claiming that to be true. So it gets spread around all over the place. And I mean, what I want to say, and what I really want to point out here when it comes to YouTube and channel content providers and all the personalities out there. I can't say that word, personality. And everybody out there, do they want to really hear? Do we care how true some of them stories are? Do we care? Anthony Raimondi, yeah, he told a million tales, but if he just came out with a book and just had a great imagination, he could have been financially successful with just an imagination. And who cares? What I'm saying is you do a lot of research and yeah, boom, 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 and that's great. You do that. And people like to go back and forth and MF each other, and he's lying, he's telling the truth. I got into that with Sammy and Mike, blah, 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 and all that. But at the end of the day, who's the channel content provider that can get subscribers? That's the hustle going on here, Jeff. You're doing a hustle. Your channel is a hustle. I would hope you spend money on it, which you do, so you want some financial gain back. That's your end of it. So who can accomplish that? Whatever means it takes to accomplish that end goal. Subscribers, views, get monetized or whatnot, or sell something. So that's the end goal. You do a lot of research on who's telling the truth and who's lying, and that's applaudable. That's a lot of energy and hard work. I respect that you put into that. But if you're doing like a media, any media experiment or any type of thing like that, well, you would say, number one, the person is likable. And number two, I like the stories he tells. Number three, well, I don't care if they're true or not. Well, you think going in, everybody wants to know the truth about the behind the scenes mobster stories. Well, there's enough speculation out there to know that most people fabricate, but their subscribers and views are going up every day. So it's the truth versus the lies when it comes to channel content providers. Well, at the end of the day, my dear friends, I don't see it being that relevant. I don't really see it as an observer of this segment of entertainment. It doesn't need. Yeah, I applaud the research and everything you do, Jeff. Man, you come up with, yeah, and it's nice. Me personally, I like to know what's what, because I was trying to straighten people out on all these different things. But then at the end of the day, I realized, who cares? Who cares? The hustle that you're part of, the YouTube content provider, the YouTube channel, you got a great channel. The end hustle, the goal is make money. Or if not, get a lot of subscribers. Or if it's a hobby like me, just bebop around. And that's the end goal. So, I mean, like, I sip coffee, people get pissed off, my lighting's bad. I'm not monetized. I'm not going to get there. I do this as a little hobby, and I don't claim to be some tough guy and all that. And, you know, and I don't have immunity like all these other people, and I didn't do anything anyways, but I don't have immunity with all that interaction. But, and looking at mob channel frauds, well, if they're a fraud, they're laughing all the way to the bank, my dear friend. And if you call them out on your channel, more people are going to go click onto their channels because they just get immersed in that story. Mike Francis, yeah, they were big names, Sammy the Bull and Mike Francis. proven names, but they're also proven good storytellers. They tell their stories real good. They could put you to bed with a bottle and sleep. They're good storytellers. They're likable in their ways and everything else, or they got what people want to hear. And in marketing and anything else, marketing management and all that is any human activity directed at satisfying the needs and wants of consumers in the exchange process. Well, the needs and wants of viewers, consumers, want to hear that. They need it. They want it in the exchange process. Well, you just look, I watch, they provide, I watch, or they exchange Patreon or somebody selling something in that marketing aspect. So in marketing, they are achieving what in a business model, they're achieving that goal in a business model. So we could sit there and say, he's a fraud, they're a fraud, here a fraud, there a fraud, everywhere a fraud, fraud. Old MacDonald had a farm. Come on, man. So I don't claim to be a big channel. I don't claim to be an expert. I had a brain injury. I ran around some people a million years ago, and I don't portray to be that mob chat. I told a lot of different stories about a lot of different things, but at the end of the day, I'm not an associate. I'm not a made guy. I'm not any of that, and I'm proud to say that. Okay, not that like these guys. They're running around New York and Bensonhurst and Queens and everything else, and they're like, they said hello to Joey No-Nos, and they're like, oh, I was an associate in the family. I mean, come on. There was a lot of people that did work for families they weren't made. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, JC, when they got made. But with that being said, and thank you for joining me this early morning podcast, my dear friend, JC Shinez. He claims whatever, these guys claim what they claim, and sometimes people go back in their research and they could say he was lying. Well, I knew personally. I didn't need to go to research something like Jeff at the Sit Down, a Crime Family History podcast. They're all secondary stuff. That's all secondary stuff that they read somewhere or whatever. But their research could be founded in untruths. The FBI record is not a true factual thing in the proffers. So, but that's, I mean, so I don't need, and this is a small channel, but I know the actual reality truths on some of this stuff. That's why I got so pissed off about Mike and Sammy. And then I found out what a clown I am. These guys got 1 million subscribers because they tell good stories. And I'm over there going, Mike's lying, Sammy's lying, they're lying. Who cares? They tell good stories, and they were notable names in mob folklore and history. So at the end of the day, you just have to be entertaining and tell a good story. And Jeff from the Sit Down, you do a great channel. You spend a lot of money. You do a lot of research and everything else. But at the end of the day, it's just like, yes, you do great work, but these guys know the hustle. They know the hustle. You're doing a hustle. You're trying to get subscribers. You're trying to get viewers. You're getting donations and everything else. That's the goal. Why would you be wasting your time spending all that research and time and money and energy? You're trying to rise your business model financial platform up. Just like them. You have a voice, and however your voice is defined, they have a voice. But it's all about entertainment. You want to be an informative channel and the history, that's great stuff. We love the history. You do a great job. And then we also love these guys, big names, telling great stories. I don't care if they're true or not anymore. I got bent out of shape a while back when my channel was starting, but I don't do it anymore. I give them credit for figuring it out. And I got degrees in business and management and accounting and everything else, human behavior, psychology. And I don't know why it took me so long to figure that out. It's a hustle. Geez, who would ever thought these guys would lie on YouTube to make $1? Geez, it's just obvious. It's obvious. Let's get past that. Let's get past that. If you got the chops to make a successful channel, then God bless you. If you don't, you don't. That's all it comes down to at the end of the day. If you could swing a channel and pull it off, then you done it. You get a following, you've done it. I got 340 subscribers. I cherish every one of them, but I don't claim to be any of that stuff. I just talk about different things, try to give a different opinion, a different objective view or stuff like that, or some of the things that I experienced myself personally. But other than that, that's all I am. I'm not monetized. I'm not biased to anybody and everything else. And a lot of the people are dead, and that's another moral issue. But you're going to see all that. And then they talk about Calandra and Gene Borello and John A. Light and everything else. And, a lot of times I was on the fence with all these guys. I like them one day and I don't like them. Well, I don't like them because I think they were lying, but I do like them because they tell a great story. So it was making me crazy. You know what? I'm older now. Just tell me a good old story. That's all. Tell me a story. If you're lying, you're lying. I'm at that point of the evolution of my channel and my thinking that if they're going to embellish and raise their channel higher, then they're reaching their goal. They're smart businessmen. They're reaching their goal. So why not? That people could bash. I've done enough bashing for a lifetime on these guys. And I got frustrated because, of course, I knew for a fact, I didn't go check somewhere or look something up somewhere, which could be slanted or biased information or false information. I didn't have to go do some outside peripheral research. I just knew that's a lie, that's a lie, that's a lie. So, and Jeff, the sit down, a mob crime family history, keep up the good work. John Holloway, how you doing? Keep up the good work, Jeff. And people do like your content, and they'll keep rising you up. I'm just trying to give another perspective on this YouTube, vehicle, mob channel vehicle, and everything else. If you got the chops, whether you're telling the truth or not, and you have a good, likable personality and the ability to tell good stories, you'll rise up. That's the way it is from a marketing aspect. So thanks, John. How you been? How you been, JC? This early morning podcast video, whatever you call it. Do these even qualify? But that's all. When we try to scrutinize everything else, we do you find yourselves, you just keep watching these channels that you think are liars? I mean, do we just keep watching these channels that, boy, well, I know he's lying, but I can't wait till the next video comes out. So that's my spin on it. So thanks a lot, everybody, for coming in here. God bless you all. Stay great. Have a great day. And I'll come on here and try to raise my channel up a little. What are you going to do? It's a small channel, but I enjoy the interaction with these good people here. Thanks a lot, folks. God bless you all.